Hello, Professor Dolson. My name is Michael Mazzei. I am in your Business 410 class presenting my final project. The topic I'd like to discuss is the operational challenges and weakening customer support within the Hanes brand company. I chose Hanes brand in particular because I have noticed a decline in their products, especially their socks. I noticed that the socks had been getting thinner and thinner, and the elastic was not holding the socks where they're supposed to be. However, the costs associated with their products have been rising year after year. After doing some research online, it is very apparent that I was not the only one who was having issues with their products. Many people across several distributors have given Hanes poor reviews and low number of stars. The question now is, how can Hanes correct this problem and restore customer satisfaction? And what are some of the challenges they will be facing to accomplish this? A bit of background on Hanes Brands is that they are a multinational apparel company that was founded in 1901 by John Wesley Hanes. The company is still located in Winston, North Carolina, which is the original location from its early establishment. Hanes Brands in 2021 had an annual revenue that topped $6.8 billion. They are the ninth largest apparel company in the world, and they operate 250 stores nationwide. Hanes Brands employs 61,000 associates across 47 different countries. Hanes Brands is the parent company to many brands like Champion, Legs, Playtex, Bali, Maidenform, Just My Size, Lovable, and Hanes Hosiery. Some of the industry challenges Hanes Brands faces, since it is in the consumer goods industry, is the vast amount of business within that market, and the competition is fierce. Another challenge within the industry is the soaring cost of commodities. In order to stay competitive, Hanes sources cheaper alternatives. The downside to that is the quality then suffers because the raw materials aren't as good as the original design called for. There are still major supply chain issues where companies are finding it difficult to get products to and from different locations. And another industry challenge is meeting the demand of global restraints for greener production. This includes reducing a company's carbon footprint by reducing manufacturing emissions and product waste. For Hanes, reducing single-use plastic is becoming a huge and complex challenge for the operations managers to achieve. The two biggest organizational problems Hanes faces currently is one, bottlenecking of cargo at the shipping ports, and two, the cost of inflation. Cotton is at a 10-year high at $1.41 per pound, and fluctuations in the cost of crude oil are starting to take a toll on the many fronts of Hanes brands. Crude oil is used in chemicals, dye stuffs, polyester yarn, and foam, all of which is used in the finished goods manufactured by Hanes. Crude oil is also a major part of the logistics getting products to and from different locations. All of the organizational problems means the cost is going to be passed on to the customer who is already unsatisfied with the product. However, there are some potential operational solutions that Hanes brands can start to implement. To reduce shipping delays, Hanes brands can increase their capacity cushion, which will create a buffer from having inventory stock out. The company can also look into chartering their own line of cargo ships. This idea has been implemented by other large companies such as Target, Walmart, and Home Depot. To reduce costs from inflation and lower emissions, Hanes can entertain the idea of bringing businesses back to the United States. Hanes can also implement more automation throughout their entire operation of production and utilize employment in more complex areas. Finally, Hanes should adopt new enhancements made from modern science breakthroughs. For example, research scientists at North Carolina State University recently developed a new cotton plant that can develop a narrower leaf canopy. This aids in spray efficiency, which produces improved flower production. To conclude, there are certainly major operational challenges ahead for Hanes brand managers to overcome. In order to increase customer satisfaction, Hanes brands will need to find ways to preserve the quality of their products. By increasing its inventory levels to buffer against stockouts will help to ensure customers have access to their products when they are needed. To protect against delays at the ports, Haynes brands could charter their own cargo ships and ensure their products are not stalled in ocean waters. Haynes brands can reduce costs and battle against inflation by embracing and implementing more science and technology breakthroughs. Lastly, Haynes brands should look into bringing much of their manufacturing plants back to the United States. Here is a list of my references that help me formulate the content of my presentation. On a personal note, there were a couple of things that I learned and will take with me from this class. In Chapter 10, I enjoyed learning about statistical quality control, which involves understanding standard deviation, the process mean, and upper and lower specification limits for mass production of products. Chapter 12 was a fun chapter for me because I enjoyed streamlining and making the things operate faster and more smoothly. Lean production, which means the reduction of waste, can be achieved in many different concepts or formats, not just tangible items. For example, eliminating physical movement or steps can be a form of reduction of waste. Lastly, I wanted to make mention how much I like the Welcome to the Men's Room video. It's a short story that I certainly will not forget.